Welcome to another episode of Philosophy of Chillin. I'm your host, Download to Connect. And as you can see, I am joined by somebody, and we have another guest with us, Onyx, that'll be joining us as well too. But before we get into the real topic of conversation, I'm about to pass it off to them so they can introduce themselves.
What's up, everybody? My name is Lamont Rue, pronouns he, him, and I'm really excited to be here. Thank you for having me, though.
Man, thank you for being here. No cap, definitely looking forward to this conversation. I'm super excited.
Same.
And I'm honestly excited because I had a somewhat similar conversation with somebody before,
Okay.
and it was in regards to like presence and just understanding what type of aura you give off externally
Hmm.
and what you consider to really portray in that retrograde outside of what other people are digesting or receiving from it.
Mm.
Um, and with you, because your presence is kind of similar in that way to the just illuminating your own natural aura, I wanted to go a little bit deeper and kind of understand identity and how you know those elements of yourself to be true and then protrude that externally
Hmm.
regardless of just what you have to go through in your life day to day.
Mm. Wow. Yes, that's deep. I was following. I was following. Trust me. I'm here. I'm here.
For sure.
But presence. That's the bulk of what you're asking. Like, how do I perceive my own presence? Basically.
Honestly, going a step before that, how did you understand your own identity?
Okay, let's start. We want to start there. Okay, cool. Well, identity for me has been something that no pun intended, has been in transition for a very, very long time. So I am entering my fifth year into my medical transition as a
Oh,
trans man. Swear to God.
oh
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Let's
I didn't
start
even
there.
know
You
that.
didn't know that? I thought that's
No.
why you were asking.
No. Oh shit. No, like
Yeah.
these are just my own like okay. So how I come up with topics, right? Essentially I look at where I'm at in my own life
Okay.
and just try to make sure that I'm asking questions that I'm honestly asking myself as well too
Yeah.
because I'm trying to understand just different ways in which I need to evolve, not in my own understanding, but how I also receive others and what's happening in the world on a day-to-day
Yeah.
basis.
Yeah.
So this is just something that even for myself, I thought in my own journey, I would be in a work environment where I would be investing in other people and building off of experiences in regards of aiding others in their visions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now it's to a point where it's flipped on me. Now
Mm-hmm.
in my life, yes, I have that opportunity to do that, but what's being the most demanded out of me is being able to articulate not just my visions, but who I am as an individual
Yeah.
in regards of just understanding who's behind the branding and behind just what I do on an operational standpoint.
Okay.
So
Got it.
that's
Got it. Got it. Got it.
crazy. I
Yeah.
didn't
No.
even
Yeah.
know.
I thought because like I said when I was watching your videos, like the vibe is very introspective. So I thought when you were saying identity, I was like, well, I thought we get to like the core of it. You know
Oh
what I'm saying? Because
shit.
that's a part of it. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
it
The
was meant
essence
to
of what
happen,
you.
I guess,
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I did not know that
Oh
shit.
well. Yeah. Here I am. So yeah. So that part of my identity definitely influences everything else from um just my natural presence, like how you were mentioning to my artistry. So finding my identity and getting to where I am now has definitely been a journey that I'm actually just now realizing that doesn't really stop. Like because
Ooh,
you think you get to
that's
a point
real.
where you just like, oh, okay, I finally met myself.
Uh-huh.
Like okay, this is the person that I recognize when I look in the mirror or when I show up in spaces. Like this is how I want to be. But then as life happens and things, you go through things and you process different emotions and have to experience different, whatever it molds you continuously.
Yeah, of
So it's like
course.
I
It's
was talking,
supposed to.
yeah, and as it should. And I was talking to one of my homeboys, and I was asking him, I was like, because he's a very very self assured person, somebody that I admire, someone that I'm happy to have in my circle. And so I was talking to him, and I'm like, when did you feel like you knew who you were? And he
Mhm.
was like, that never really stops. Like you're
Yeah.
constantly figuring out who that person is. And like you said, and that's how it's supposed to be. You know, you don't want to be stagnant. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? You don't want
that's
to be stagnant.
real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang, well, shit, I got so many more questions now because it's like, okay, because it's not even just like your own personal introspective journey, is now involving a whole new layer of external, not just stereotypes, but even just logical processes and how people digest and operate in just their
Yes.
interaction with you in general.
Yes. Like you have no idea the
What?
little bear that you poked a little bit. This is this is the perfect topic, I
Yo,
think.
this is
Because when
crazy.
you were talking about presence, that's just like one of the things that is very front brain for me is just far as like how I'm showing up in the world, just
Yeah,
because of how passing I am, how cis passing that I am. So it's
right.
like my identity isn't always like who I am to my core isn't always just on display.
That's
It's
real.
it's often something that I have to reveal, you know, in safe spaces, of course.
Mhm.
But then there's spaces where I don't feel safe to reveal it. So there's like a part of me that's showing up, but doesn't always feel
Welcome.
not even just welcome, but just it doesn't feel 100%. Like there's
Oh, that's real though.
because I, you know, example, I work in the kitchen,
Yeah,
so a
okay.
very cis male space. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so I at the time at the same, you know, it's like two things are true at the same time. Like I'm grateful for my privilege where I, you know, my gender is affirmed and I don't really have to question that or worry
Hmm.
about that going to work. But at the same time, I'm not being fully received as who I actually am.
That's
You
real.
know what I'm saying? So uh yeah, me thinking about my presence and what I give off is just like it's always on my brain for like you said, a layer of reasons. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Okay, okay, okay.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, my wheels is turning, but before I even like go into the deep end, because I really want to like now I know like there are multiple layers that are existing in your artistry too, and
Hmm.
I have way more questions about that because like I even wanted to ask you because I'm just now getting introduced to who you are and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
to say the least, like I've been feeling good vibes from you from the jump. Like it's
Same.
been nothing but chill, like
Yeah. Same. Same.
sailing for
Same.
real.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because not a lot of people, like you said, is somewhat intuitive to where, yeah, they can be cool on the surface level, but it's something in your instinct that's telling you, this kid, this has a limit to it.
It has a limit to it. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, how did you get through the stage of looking at yourself pretty much through a mirror and having that mindset to be unlimited in the way in which you were willing to understand it?
Ooh, that's good. I didn't even realize that's what I was doing technically. That was you can you hey, we
Yo,
recording? Are we recording?
that was good.
Now like
That was
seeing yourself
good.
through a mirror and like I may be paraphrasing a little bit, but like allowing yourself to see yourself through those many versions to let it all come to fruition, like where we are now. So when did I start doing that? That was the question, like when?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
okay,
what was
yeah.
that process like? Because you had to go through it.
Yeah, it's kind of like it was always something I was aware of, but I just didn't have language for. Because I grew up in a very small
Mm,
town, very heavy church family. My granddad was a dang pastor. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
So access to the full capacity of my identity wasn't. It's just something wasn't accessible. Like I didn't have the tools or the resources to really like dig into the person that I like. I knew that I was, but just based on
mm,
my surroundings, you know, small town, Georgia, it just wasn't there.
mm,
So it took me, you know, going through high school and conforming to, you know, my upbringing in the church and everything to then graduating, going to college states away out in Louisiana and like
mm,
having more authentic experiences there and finding myself. So honestly, as I changed locations in my life, like physically,
mm.
is where a lot of my self-realization started to like develop, I
That's
think.
real.
Which makes sense, you
Yeah,
know, like changing your scenery does quite literally gives you different things to look at,
yeah.
you know, in outside of you and within yourself. So bringing it back to the mirror. Yeah, when I started to travel and see myself in different places, I literally saw myself in different places. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does.
Yeah, for sure. Good question. Good question.
So thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Um, So in these experiences, what was being highlighted in regards of learning aspects that you had to pick up along the way to understand what you know today?
Um, hmm. I guess like just the trial and error of things, just trying
Mm,
stuff, and
that's
that's
real.
not even just focusing back on my gender identity, but like in my artistry as well, whether
Yeah,
it's acting or singing or songwriting, like all of the things, like just trying stuff and eventually learning that failing isn't really failing. You know what I'm
that's
saying? Because like
real.
you learn something still. I've tried to
Mhm.
really implement that in how I've like how I approach obstacles or whatever in my life. Like if I learned a lesson, then it was worth something. So yeah, yeah,
Dang,
yeah, yeah.
that's real, man.
Yeah, I
Shit.
have to because if I don't feel like I got something from it, something I don't know, emotionally I can't quite handle it. I can't quite
Mm,
process it in a way that is helpful.
that's
So it's
real.
like I gotta pull something positive from it. Like, yeah,
Uh,
this sucked. Yeah, this hurt. Yes, I didn't want this to happen. But what did I learn?
that's
I
real.
have to end it with that. I have to.
So where does that mindset root from? Because I mean, at the end of the day, like one can always weigh those emotions, but it's a different story to actually choose to act upon it and then to also hold yourself accountable in
Mm,
recognizing, hey, this was your toxic shit, bro.
mhm,
Like this was your toxic shit, bro.
mhm,
Like you call it for what it is,
mhm.
learn from it. Now we gotta step forward. But like that mentality, even in the way that you step forward, it has to always be intentionally developed and addressed and practiced. So
Yeah.
where does that motivation come from?
I think honestly, I'm just an athlete at heart. I grew up playing ball. That's what got me out, out of my small town and out to college.
Mhm.
So being right, yeah, being coachable, or being someone that is has always just naturally had an openness to learn. Um, I think just constantly just having that energy about myself has strengthened that muscle. And I think honestly, when I started working in the film industry, on set and whatnot, you wanna pause for a second?
Oh, no, you
Okay,
good.
for sure. But yeah, working on set and just like there was something new to learn every day. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And having that just natural, I don't know, I guess natural hunger to know more. Because
mm,
I've never felt like I was like a know-it-all or like knew a lot. Um, and I was always aware that there's always someone in the room who can share something with you that you've
mhm.
never known. So
Yeah,
just
facts.
having that natural desire to want to know more has helped me keep that, you know, uh, uh, keep that process of me making sure I learn something at the end of whatever I experience. So yeah,
Dang,
yeah, man,
that's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
And honestly, like even for myself, I get I get in my own bubbles to where it's like I will acknowledge that yes, this mentality is the foundation of where I'm going from, but I still have to process and digest all of the other layers that are involved in regards to the emotions that I'm feeling and
Hmm.
trying to figure out how to mitigate all of that. So, in you mitigating,
Hmm.
when did it start becoming, I guess, a laid out pathway that your artistry was starting to speak to you through?
Hmm. When I first started like merging my emotional world with my artistry world, I was probably like 13 or 14 when
Oh, shoot.
I wrote my first song. And back then it wasn't about trying to be an artist. It was just really like my first like diary entries. It was just a way
Mhm.
it was just the way that I naturally was able to communicate those emotions. Um So yeah, just kind of going back to what I said before, just like going through things and trying things, just kind of forced it out of me, just naturally. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So I don't know if this is the full extent of everything you're involved with,
Okay.
but I've seen fashion.
A little mild. Try. Trying some
Man,
things. Yeah.
you when I tell you, you and Javen, bro, y'all are the fucking same, the amateur wizard. Like,
The
nah, you
amateur
know, I'm
wizard.
just,
That was
bro,
that was
like,
my first. You talking about the one that was on my page, right?
yes,
That was my
that was
first.
smooth.
That was my first
Eh.
shoot post transition. Like, sort of God, I had
Really?
never, yeah, because I had done like some small modeling stuff before when I was like a kid.
Uh huh.
That's a completely different person. So I hadn't gotten in front of a camera post transition into the
Oh
shoot.
shit! And
Yeah.
I was just like drip and
Yeah. No, hey,
fire.
shout out to Saka, the girl who styled it.
No
She did her thing.
cap.
She did her thing. And I still got them pants too. The pants hard.
Yeah,
The pants
I
hard.
would keep that shit too. And let me hold you. You know what I'm saying?
Had to
Like
get them
I
from her.
still gotta advertise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it don't end just with the show.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
nah,
Yeah.
I feel you though.
Yeah.
So why not? You know what I'm saying? Really dipping your toe into it. Like what's still hesitating?
I think and it's not even just that. I think I'm working my way out of a season of doubt.
That's real.
I'm
That's real as fuck.
I've been in a space where I'm not ignorant to the gifts I've been given. Like I'm
Mm.
not ignorant to them. I've always been aware of them, but it's the perception of it all, the
Mm.
vulnerability of it all. You get it. Like to be an artist, like that's it's all out there, you know? And I think
Yeah.
I've been afraid for a while to just I've been holding myself back. I've been afraid to just let it out and just let it be and be okay with that.
Hmm.
And accepting that there's some uncomfortability with it, but just like understanding that's just part of being an artist. Like
Yeah.
it's you just gotta be vulnerable. And if you don't do it, you're just gonna be backed up, you know? You don't let it out,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
You get it.
Nah.
I know you
I
get it.
feel it because honestly and truthfully, that's part of the reason why I did want to talk about this topic with you of identity because
Hmm.
that's something I'm leaping into for myself as well, even in regards of just my profession and my skill sets.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like for me, it was let me help everybody and then as I've helped everybody,
Hmm.
once that mission is finished,
Hmm.
then I'll pour into my own understanding and the things that I want to do.
Right.
But
Yeah.
like you said, that creativity, it demands. Like
It
bro,
demands. That's a
it'll
perfect
keep
word.
knocking,
Yeah.
then it'll start banging,
Yeah.
and then if you ignore it, oh, it may be silent, but it ain't going away. Like
It's
it'll
not
still
going
be in the
away.
corner in the shadow. Like,
Absolutely.
hey, bro,
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. And it'll seep into your life in other ways, you know, and manifest in ways that
yo,
aren't
it's
the best,
crazy.
the most productive or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
so yeah, I totally get that. It demands.
so where has been like your flow state with everything that you've, I guess, not necessarily been channeling, but been creating,
Hmm.
or have felt guided to? What pulls out that focus to where you're
Locked
really
in.
like not even just locked in. You just it's just you. You don't even see nobody else. You just like, huh?
Yeah. You know what? And I've thought about this for a while, and I guess it's considered creative because it's in the world of film. But I really, really enjoy first dating.
That's free.
And like,
You
and I,
feel
yeah, yeah,
me? You
I know
feel
you get it. And it's
me?
something I love acting. I love, I love songwriting. I love singing. Like I love doing all of those specifically creative things. But it's
Mm,
something about first dating that, to your point, where you're like, you get a natural joy from helping other people reach their vision.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that is probably one of the few creative slash logistical spaces that I like to exist in, and I feel the most flow state. It's very. I wouldn't expect it for myself, but it is. If I'm being honest, that is the answer. Like I feel very much in flow state when I'm first dating on set.
Oh, that's
Something
real.
about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you get it. You get
Nah,
it.
I
You get
definitely get it,
it.
and honestly and truthfully, like, I wanted to ask you really how you came about finding that connectivity, because I know for me, it was an
Mhm.
accident.
Really?
Like,
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. What happened? What was it? What was
yo, man, okay,
it?
so mind you, when as you were saying, like when you were younger, you just like asking questions. I love asking questions. I
Yeah.
love learning knowledge. I don't
Okay.
like to be limited in what I can learn
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
because it's so much more capacity than the box that has been naturally given.
Mm-hmm.
So basically I was working as a consultant tech in LA,
Mm-hmm.
and riots were happening,
Mm-hmm.
protests were happening, and essentially I came back to Atlanta, and from there I was like, all right, I don't know what I'm gonna do next. And well, not I did, but my girlfriend, she found the cohort program that I would eventually go into that would evolve me into being a more active contributor to just the film
Okay.
crews.
Yeah.
And of course, that program is called Reimagine
Okay.
and NOCO 2024 to be specific. And love that community, by the way. That's family for real.
Shout out to y'all.
No, for sure. But basically, like just working with that community at that moment, at that time,
Mm-hmm.
it helped accept the fact that yes, this is a space that I can be in,
Mm-hmm.
that my skill sets can aid actively and not
Yeah.
just be passively present.
Mm-hmm.
So needless to say, like that experience alone was really the catapult of like, hey, you're in the film industry now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go for what you know. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
so I say that all to say, like, yeah, I did not expect to be here, but
Yeah.
like just receiving where God was placing me, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
bet let's get it.
Yeah, that's a journey. You wouldn't expect it to go in that direction,
Yeah,
but
no,
like you said,
exactly.
it was what you were called to do. You know what I'm saying? And it like you said, it reminded you of your purpose and like how useful your genuine skills are. So
Hell
I'm
yeah.
I'm happy I found you. I'm happy I found each other.
Shoot,
Here we
like
are.
that's really why I wanted to ask you, like, what was your experience and how did you know that ADing was your lane and fit for you?
So we actually kind of have a like there's similar parts to our AD origin story.
Mm-hmm.
So I was maybe 6 months out of graduating from college, and my dad had a friend who knew that I was interested in film and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got my degree in uh, mass communication with a focus in film and TV, but all I really
Heard.
learned was news broadcasting. Like I didn't. I mean, like I know how to edit and stuff like that, but we didn't really have much
That's
film
real though.
focus
That's real.
in my school program. So I was still very hungry to like learn about it after I graduated. So my dad's friend sent me this. They were having like this symposium thing that was being ran by director Rob Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
Stomp the Yard. I think like his first big movie was called like Chocolate City or something like that. But
For
I think it's
sure.
and All American. He's one of
Uh-huh.
the creators for All American as well. So he was having this
Respect.
like it was basically like a paid internship for basically only black people, pretty much.
Mhm.
And it was like a month-long course where they paid you to come, and they had professionals from the film industry from every department
Mhm.
like come in and like teach us stuff about each department.
Yeah, we love that.
Man, he was the intention behind his work is still going on to this day. It's
Uh,
called Amazing Stories Foundation. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Um, but yeah, so then after the month, they put you on like an actual film set.
uh-huh.
So the first one that I went on was The Walking Dead, but
Okay.
I was working set deck, and I was more so like in the swing game,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
wasn't quite on set,
Yeah,
but
you
I was
was
still,
in the background making sure
exactly.
all the bones and stuff
Yeah,
was in
before
place.
anybody comes to set, like
You
I'm not
feel
really
me?
interacting with actual film days.
Mhm.
Um, so then after that, my first time like ever being on set, like with walkie and everything,
Mhm.
Lovecraft Country. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That was my first time. So that was my first time like really seeing the AD department. Because on that one I was in the AD department, and that was my first time seeing it from top to bottom, and just
Mhm.
like seeing all of the moving pieces that
Mhm.
we see. Growing up watching movies, you see the end credits at the end. You see all the names. You're
You're
like,
like,
you don't have
why is it
like, yeah, who
all
are all these people?
You better
No.
put my name in them
Right,
credits.
and now I'm like seeing like, oh, this is what okay, that these people are real. This is why, yeah.
Yo,
And just
that's
seeing, being like I was
facts.
saying, you get it, you get it. um,
What was it? Yeah, you see my name in
yeah,
that
yeah, that's
G and
me.
E right there.
Yeah, I was
Uh-huh.
there. 12-hour days. Okay, I need that. Run me that. I need that credit. I need all of
Yo,
it. I need all of
that's
that.
real.
But yeah, just finally seeing that like in person and like having how we were talking about before, just me being an athlete at heart and being
Mm.
team mindset. I'm like, oh, this is just a big ass team sport.
Oh
Like
yeah, for sure.
this is amazing. So after that, I booked some more PA jobs and with the networking that does happen as you get these jobs, like I was, when my friends are doing some independent stuff, I was the
Mm.
one who knew more about the AD department than anybody else. So
Mm.
I was just naturally casted, but chosen for the first
Mm-hmm.
AD role. And after I did my first web series, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. This is kind of cool. And I actually got to act in that one too. So it was kind of cool, like playing
Oh
both roles.
yeah, that's facts.
Um,
Cause you gotta, all right, y'all.
mhm.
We got 5 minutes
Mhm.
until we need to transition. I'm about to be
Right, right.
I'm about to be changing,
Right,
y'all.
right, right. Literally
So
wearing multiple hats at
looking for
once.
the second. Hey, where you at?
Yeah,
Where you
no.
at? About to go?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Passing off that responsibility. But I don't know, like just that.
I get
So yeah, so
it.
that
I
that was
love
my
that.
that was my origin story. Just kind of, and it just spoke to me, like kind of like what you were saying, like my natural skill set
Mm,
just fit, and
mm.
it felt good. It just felt good
I
to
love
help.
that.
You know what I'm saying? What's
Yeah.
your sun sign? What's your
I know this. I know this.
you're not into astrology?
I mean, I am, but the thing
Oh,
about it is, I know I have ways in which to grow in that understanding.
okay, yeah, no, ain't no big deal,
However, my
yeah.
girlfriend, she
About
one
that
of
shit.
them. She
About that life.
what?
She's probably on her big six.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Oh,
I'm
she
a
like to
guest.
guess.
Ah!
Low key, I do kind of too. But I wanted you to tell me before I guess.
That's
I want to tell you
real.
before I guess.
Okay, wait,
Uh,
okay. I know this. Sign. That's how you.
like your main. That's your main sign.
Oh, that's your man. Okay, I'm.
Okay, so the big three, because what you probably would think is your sun, your moon, your rising.
Okay,
So you were
yeah.
trying to probably think of those.
Yep.
We don't have to get into all that because I see that's not your bag. That's fine. That's fine. So what's your main sign?
My main sign is Cancer.
Cancer.
Yeah, I know the other two though. I know the
Wow.
other two.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
You do? Oh,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want to run them?
Uh,
I'll do my next.
all
Go
right,
ahead. Go
right.
ahead.
Okay, Sun,
Right.
Cancer.
Cancer. Right.
Um, Rising,
Uh-huh.
Taurus.
Okay. Okay.
Um, Moon,
Emotions.
Aries.
Aries game. Chill. No, this is crazy. Okay, okay. Sun sign,
Okay.
Aries.
Okay, let's show.
Rising, Taurus.
Oh,
And then my moon sign is Libra. Libra.
oh, okay, respect.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you good?
Are we good? Okay, it went blank before. All right,
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
okay, you
yeah.
talking about?
Twin type shit.
No, I love that. That's
No, that is
crazy.
insane. I'm not surprised
Yeah.
just with the synergy of the conversation that we have since we began, but that is pretty on the nose. Our rising is the same. We both have our Aries placement. That makes sense though. The reason I ask is because I think it's because of my Aries placement that I feel so comfortable in the AD role. It's not about being bossy or wanting to be in charge of people, but it's
Yeah,
just like
facts.
letting your natural leadership skills do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? And if you're able to communicate in a way that is being received by people in a productive manner, why not continue to if you like you say, like if it's helping everybody reach their goal, everybody play their role. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. No,
Hey, wait a
that
minute.
was real.
That was a bar. If it's
That
helping us reach the goal,
was good.
everybody gotta play their
That was
role.
good. No, that's facts though,
Yeah.
because even when I would be a part of different like educational programming that they would try to put in place. Well, not try. They do like mock sets and stuff like
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
But at one point I was asked to try to translate what I knew to be true from my experience in the role.
Yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah.
was thinking about it, and I was like, yo, like, it's a lot of these soft skills, but at the same time, like, it also comes from technical, I guess, awareness
Mhm.
because it's
Mhm.
not like I can't do the job.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
can G&E if it's just me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can gap if it's just me, but it's understanding that this professional is here because we trust you to get this job done.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
need you to know that we trust you to get this job done.
Absolutely.
All you need to do is just communicate with me. Let me know in reality
Absolutely.
what do you need?
Yes.
If you need some
That's what
more
it's about.
time,
Yeah.
tell me you need some more time. I promise you, another department is grateful that you needed the
See?
more
Yeah.
time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's just when things start getting into silos, I like to make sure that people feel safe to know that there's still connectivity. Even though if your AD your G&E lead is telling you like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
communicate with me,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
fine. Take the extra step though and say, okay, if I'm passing the AD, hey,
Yeah.
let me
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
that this is going on too. Otherwise, I'm gonna just hear it anyway.
Yeah.
And then
And
I'm
it
gonna
might
just
be too late at that point, and then so we done missed the opportunity to actually
hey,
get what you needed.
hey
You
man,
know?
look, I don't care if you tell me or not. I'm
Yeah.
ear hustling
Yeah. Oh,
everything, bro.
always.
Like,
Got
hey,
to. Got to.
look, cause
Got to.
I ain't doing no law. See, I'm the contract person.
Mm-hmm. You know things.
We're not about to. We're not
Mm-hmm.
doing that. We're not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And if we are, we're having every piece of evidence that occurred
Paper trail.
until this
Yeah.
moment.
Absolutely.
Because what I need everyone to know that their money is safe,
Mm-hmm.
their health is safe, and this project is safe.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it's about the vision at the end of the day. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
what literally brought everybody together. So it's
Literally.
like
Yeah.
I
We wouldn't be here without the rolls and cuts. That's
you
what I've been
feel
telling people, bro. Like
and
we
that's
wouldn't,
why I
you know?
respect that.
Yeah.
I
We
respect that
yeah,
thinking
absolutely.
because
Yeah, yeah.
like sometimes like of course it can get very like I guess not competitive, but
Mm-hmm.
when everyone is trying to be understand who they are at the same time as creating their identity, it can get very confusing and
Okay.
chaotic.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I appreciate the other avenues of individuals that help bring the tranquility into that environment. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
No, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like bringing not your own only just your like your physical skill set, but also the energy that
Yeah.
influences it, like the workspace. You
Cause
know what I'm
you
saying?
bring that out of people
Yeah.
too. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's the part that I've grown to learn to
Yeah.
respect
Absolutely.
because
Absolutely.
it's like it's meant to be different people for a reason. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's not one version of creativity that's supposed to be had.
Yeah.
It's literally about everyone being the top level of their expertise for that moment
To come
and
together. Yeah.
and trusting that
Yeah.
it's gonna come together.
Yeah, you
That's
get it,
real
man. You get it, man.
shit.
Yes, absolutely.
Yo, that's
I want to
crazy.
pause real quick because you used a phrase I don't think I'd heard before.
Mhm,
When everything exists in shilohs,
mhm.
was it? What does that mean exactly? I don't think I've ever heard that
So let's take Atlanta for example.
before. Okay.
I can count not just on my hand, but I can keep going in regards of how many different creatives there are out there that are,
Okay.
building their own worlds of
Okay.
videographers, directors,
Yeah.
producers, talent in general,
Yeah.
and that are trying their best to cross pollinate in general.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And in that regard, people are naturally magnetic to their own environments and creating their own communities.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So those communities are the silos. And
Got
there are so
it.
many that exist. And it's
Yeah.
like I look for, and not even just look for intentionally, but subconsciously, I try to build that foundation in me to where I'm attracting individuals that are those connector points in between
No
those
shot. Yeah.
silos.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because, like, if it would just took one person out of the group,
Mm-hmm.
and you could be somebody from Decatur, you could be somebody all the way Gwinnett,
Mm-hmm.
Stone Mountain, what have you. But take all those silos in all those places, because there is still like hella creative in all those areas.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense. I never. That's. I like that. I like that.
And I want to be a part of that
Yeah.
system and network because even in like not just underground independent creatives, the
Mm-hmm.
same ecosystem lives in these larger scale,
Absolutely.
like I don't want to say popular, but ones that have that social credibility already.
I mean, kind of still does around here. Like I think you say, are you saying just like out in those outskirt areas in general, just Atlanta at whole?
Shoot, I'm saying the world because
Oh, okay, 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 yeah, yeah. Well, yeah.
like even in LA, like you got all these. LA is big as hell.
As hell.
And they got all these different communities of people that are doing all this stuff. So I'm
I see what you're saying.
I'm just thinking of that connectivity point.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just like someone that is those individuals that are willing to be like, oh, okay, hey, let's connect with this person right here. Let's
Yes,
connect with this person right
yes. I
here. Like
love that.
I look
No.
I look forward to that type of energy going
Yeah.
and facilitating because like, yeah, there's gonna be those natural like filters that kind of solidify like, hey, nah, I might not fuck with this person.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or I might not, do some business with them.
Yeah.
But for the shit that doesn't fall into that, and all it takes is just somebody being willing to like have that mentality of saying, shit, we can put
And
all
connect.
this on the table,
Yeah.
bring it to awareness. All right, now we done did that.
Yeah.
Let's get to this creative shit.
Now that's and honestly, that's I think that plays into the role of being a first AD because it's like
Mhm.
you're keeping everybody's creative interests in mind.
That's real.
And so to have, and I like a word that you used earlier when you was like, it
Facts.
was the awareness. I
Mm-hmm.
think you having a natural awareness helps you in this role because you have to be aware of everybody's job and
Mm-hmm.
how it plays into making sure we get the shot. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I like it makes sense that this like you flow naturally into that role because you enjoy making those connection points. Like the AD department is the communication department. We talk to
Mm.
fucking everybody. So
That's real.
you know what I'm saying? Like everybody has to be aware of us at some point.
Facts.
So the fact that you just naturally like to be in, I won't even say in the center, but just like you said, a connecting point that's constantly always moving.
Mm.
Um, that makes sense, dude. Like I like how you explained that. That was nice, though.
Thank you.
That was nice, dog.
I receive that respect, man.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. No,
thank
you
you.
get it. You get it. You get
Thank
it, man.
you.
Did you play sports growing up? You ever on
Um,
teams and stuff?
yes, I did, and
Yeah.
it's actually crazy that you're asking me questions
Oh, yeah,
because
oh
when we
yeah.
get to the last couple minutes of the show, I always flip it back on my guest
Yeah. Okay, I'm
or
getting
really
ahead of myself.
co-host.
Yeah.
I mean, but you're doing what you're here for. Like, this
Yeah.
is your show too.
Conversation. You know
Like,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? Yeah.
this is the
Conversation.
moment. Hey, you
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
So, yes, I did actually. I did swimming and I did
No way,
basketball for
dude.
sure.
Bruh, no way. Swimming was my first sport. Like before I had my growth spurt,
Uh,
swim. I was like, I'm not playing ball. I'm going to the Olympics. Like that's
That's real.
dude.
That's
What
real.
got you into swimming?
Honestly, I'm a Cancer.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, just okay.
Like,
That makes sense. That
no
makes sense.
cap. I will tell you this one time. I'll never forget this, and I could not explain it to save my life. And it sounds crazy every time I think about it. And I don't know if I've said this story out loud,
Okay.
but there was this one moment where I was sick. I was like sick for like almost 2 weeks, and it was in the middle of me being like, I think this was during high school, and I was in the peak of like my swimming for real,
Okay. Okay.
and I was just constantly thinking about practice. I was like, bro, I'm missing practice.
Mm-hmm.
We got games coming up. Like, I know it's cold, which is crazy because, like, you're dealing with water, but it's a winter sport. Like, bro,
Do y'all
going.
swim during the winter? I didn't know because my high school was too small to actually have like a team, so we only had like the rec. So we only did this shit during the summer. So like when it's school regulation, it's during the winter,
When this
like
bro,
competition.
the Winter Olympics, you got swimming in that hoe. Well, nah, I lie. No, that was Summer
No, that's
Olympics.
some yeah,
Nah, never mind.
but in school
School,
though,
yes.
yeah, just in
Okay,
school,
yeah,
yeah,
school.
yeah, yeah. I did not
Yeah,
know that. That's
it's a winter. It's fall.
so, but okay, so that makes it really like a
It's a grind type shit. Like you
yeah.
gotta after practice, it be cold, 0 o'clock in the night, cold as hell. You gotta wake up in the morning to
Right,
go,
hair wet and
bro.
shit.
And then fuck the competition. Like they
Yeah,
don't care if it's cold in there. Jump in that pool.
that's
The brother
insane.
said go.
No, literally, that's
Yo,
insane. I did not know that.
bruh,
That definitely changes things. Maybe
bruh.
I didn't miss out on what I thought it maybe because because with
That's
basketball, it's
right.
like at least it's the water part. I think this is what
Yeah,
makes it, because
bruh.
basketball still in the
Cause it's
cold, but I'm not wet,
inevitable. You know what
you
I'm
know?
saying? Like even if you don't want to sweat for it, you
Okay,
can be
well,
like, all
yeah,
right,
yeah,
coach, I'm gonna do these reps. I ain't gonna go all
yeah,
out.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna save myself a little bit.
yeah. But your sweat it doesn't naturally make your like internal temperature cold. But like you jump in some cold ass water, like you could dry off, but bitch, you still cold. Like you know what I'm saying? So that's my condolences, gang. That's
Yo,
hard. That's
yo,
rough.
man. So I'm sick, and I'm just
Yeah.
thinking, practice, practice, practice. So I'm finally like, all right, cool. I'm tired of missing practice.
Hmm.
I'm not as sick as I was. I wasn't contagious. So I was like, shit, fuck it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I jump in the pool. I get done with practice. I don't feel not a lick of sickness. Like my nose not stuffy.
Okay.
Like I'm good.
Oh, so you think? No, there's no turn to this. Like that just
That was it.
that was it.
That was it. So that's ever since, like, I just, if I'm in a mental state and this shit is foggy, if I need a moment to like recharge, I immediately try to go find some water. Like,
Dude, that's to have that to learn it at such a young age. Like that's like a cheat code. Like you really learn like an early way to like regulate yourself. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
bro,
that's
respect. That just clicked for me. I was just like, oh, I don't feel nothing.
yeah.
I'm gonna just go to
Yeah, but I
that.
mean, for you, like you made that connection. It's like, okay, this worked, and like you being a water sign, so that just it was just energetically there.
Yeah, I
Dang,
guess
that's
so.
nice.
Yeah, like that's why when when the memes start popping off and shit like that.
About what?
Yo, I used to crack myself up. But when the memes would pop off and it'll be like it would be a meme of like some dude crying in the shower
Yeah.
and the water falling. I'd be like, no, bro, I
That,
feel you.
you know,
Like,
so even in like in the shower, like that, just like it's
yeah,
a
like
space of
any
regulation for
water,
you.
like
Yeah,
I just have to like
just move. Yeah,
submerge
that's
or
okay.
at
I'm
least
with
like
that.
just get around it for sure.
Yeah, no, that
Mhm.
makes sense. I had a similar feeling about me swimming. Like I felt very at peace in the water, but I don't think I ever registered it as it's something that like helped regulate me. So
Mhm.
that's I like that. I like that.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
that's heavy. That's heavy. Okay, my bad. I mean, it's your turn to ask the questions now. Let me
Ah!
lock back in. Let me lock back in.
Nah, this is good shit. No, I
Yeah,
appreciate it because I never thought I would say that story like that.
yeah,
But
no, yeah, yeah. That makes sense.
true shit.
Makes sense. Not
um,
surprised at all.
so another question I wanted to ask you, and I guess this more so deals with now going through the stages of understanding who you are and who your identity is.
Hmm.
What are some ways in which you're experiencing your identity now and the presence that it's radiating to individuals that you're encountering?
Yeah. Um. So yeah. How am I? What do I take from my presence and how it radiates towards people? Um. Given all of my different stages of my identity at this point now in my life, it I'm a little surprised sometimes by how I don't want to say how well I'm received as if because I don't think like I'm a bad person or anything, but
Mm,
I personally when I'm with myself, as I was saying, like I'm working through a period of doubt.
mhm,
So I'm very heavy when I'm with myself. I feel very heavy, very not always like my biggest cheerleader. You know what I'm saying?
that's real.
I hold a lot. I feel like I hold a lot of that energy with me. So in my head, I feel like it's just naturally is being perceived, and people can kind of see through um, the parts where I feel like fragile.
Mhm.
But
Ooh, that's real.
in like as I've been going through this journey, and like I said, trying to work my way out of it, I'm still receiving evidence from people very close in my life to even just my coworkers at work that like I my presence does mean something to people. Like in it
Mhm,
and people appreciate my presence and are comfortable in it and feel, feel able to share things with me or open up to me or like just, be themselves around me.
mm,
And it's definitely even in this conversation alone, like just being here today, just like is reminding me of how like the heaviness that we carry with ourselves is like it's not always on the outside. Like
yeah.
my purity is still coming through.
Mhm.
And when you're in the darkness with yourself, you forget about that purity sometimes. You forget about
Yeah, that's real.
the softness that you have or the
That's
light that
real.
you have. That's really what it is. You forget about your light, your personal light when you're so stuck in that darkness. So being
Mhm.
reminded by it just out in my day to day has been it's been very healing. It's something that I definitely still need to keep more present mind and be reminded of. That's why I'm very grateful for this conversation today. Like it definitely put me in a positive mindset in that regard. But
Thank
um
you.
no, absolutely. Thank you as well. But yeah, I'm realizing that like the human experience is duality.
Yeah.
There is an ebb and flow. There is a yin and yang. There's a light and dark.
Mhm.
And if I am going to give attention to my darkness, I also have to give as much attention, if not more, to my light. So
Yeah,
that's what
facts.
I'm learning. That's what I'm
Ooh,
learning right
that's
now. Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. No,
Yes,
thank you. That was
that's
beautifully timed
good.
question. That's
That's
a beautifully
good.
timed question. You have no idea.
Yo, that makes a lot of sense though, 'cause
Yeah.
like that's aspects of myself that I have to catch as well too
Hmm.
along my journey. Cause like again, I've said this before, especially on this platform, but the fact that what I do is portrayed as a positive light
Hmm.
is like confirming within itself because it's not like I'm specifically intending to. Like, I still live through without, not without, but with the duality of what we experience in this life.
Hmm.
And regardless, like I respect all of it. But at the end of the day, like to know that this is how my efforts are being received is gratifying
Hmm.
because it's like, yo, this journey into the darkness is not sweet, bro. Like
At all.
someone can choose to like bury it down. I
Hmm.
just choose not to live like that because
Hmm.
I've seen what it does to people and I refuse.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
time is the most precious thing that we have.
Yeah.
And I'm not finna spend that time draining my body because my subconscious is screaming.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah. Not being consumed by the darkness.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, fuck no. Not if,
Yeah.
especially kudos to, you know what I'm saying, especially like war veterans and people that have been forcibly fed those predicaments and encounters where it
Hmm.
does curate that type of pattern and trauma.
Hmm.
But even in that sense, like, when you live with that daily reminder and that scream on the inside and you don't address it externally
Mm.
to be able to hold it accountable internally, like
Mhm.
bro, it's a whole nother aspect of like
Yeah.
uncontrolled shit that I just don't want to deal with. Like I would rather
Hmm.
live with it every single day and diligently be, even if I have to be my own therapist, like, hey bro, call this shit out for what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Because how my energy is not received by others, but what my energy attracts also means more to me because I know that people like it don't matter if you from the street,
Mhm.
it don't matter where you from, bro.
Yeah.
Real recognize real, and that
Absolutely.
cliche is true for a
It
reason,
is.
bro.
No, it is. It is.
So
No, that was yes. Remind like the energy that you attract is a reflection of the energy that you carry. And I think that's something that is oftentimes forgot when you're fighting that darkness. Because it's like you wouldn't have, you wouldn't have light sources around you if you weren't also light. You know? Say that. Say, I done dropped the mic on him. I done dropped the
that
mic.
was
And,
good.
and that's
That was
I
good.
needed that. Yeah, yeah. We on the
Even if
same.
that
Yeah,
light is developing, like
it's
you,
still a light. It's still a light. Like it
dang,
still has. It's still a source.
that's
And
tough. That's real
yeah,
though.
no, I like that you said that. I like that you said that. The energy that you attract is just as important as your own energy. It's a reflection of yourself,
Yeah, for sure. And
man.
that kind of leads me into just the next question that I have for you. And I promise you, like this episode, y'all just don't know what went into it for sure. Because
What's
we
going
can
on?
really be sitting here talking all damn
We
day.
yeah.
And we should have been.
Yeah, this part that didn't even make it to the tape. We
You know
just
what I'm saying?
running it.
You know what I'm
Just
saying?
running it. Yeah,
So this is gonna happen again, but we are
absolutely.
gonna end this episode soon. But before we do that, I
Mhm.
just wanted to warn you and let you know that you already been asking questions. So you kind of been already co-hosting in your own
Yeah,
flavor for
yeah, yeah,
sure.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I
My own
appreciate
flavor.
that.
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure, for sure.
But this is the time where it'll be completely flipped on you and
Okay,
you'll have that autonomy to ask any questions that you may want to in
okay.
regards to identity
Yeah.
or just anything that you want to ask me.
Okay. I
But
like it.
before we get into that, let me ask my maybe two more questions,
Okay, for
but
sure.
definitely
Yeah.
just one question. Um, Now me, I understand life for what it is, and the reason I'm able to show up in different spaces is because I'm secure in who I am.
Mm,
And what I realized is with anybody in general, whenever you're secure in who you are, you bring out either the insecurities of what somebody is um
mhm.
deeming you to be in their own perspective,
Yeah.
or just shining a light in what type of energy is surrounding in general.
Okay. Yeah.
And I say that because a lot of the times I'm always trying to make sure that in any room I enter, I'm just able to, as objectively as I can, because it'll always be some slight bias,
Yeah.
but as
Yeah.
objectively as I can,
Yeah.
look at the true essence of the spirits that are in front of me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Whether or not I'm evaluating what they've done on a surface level or not.
Yeah.
So I say that to say, in that experience, I've identified ways in which, we're growing as people.
Okay. Yeah. As a, like a society, as a collective. Yeah.
Slowly
Yeah.
though.
No, I hear you. I
It's
hear you.
it's
It's
slow.
it's it's slow pace, but it is
It's
happening.
it's
Yeah.
happening.
It is happening. Yeah. Yeah.
And I actually had this conversation before with another cool friend of mine. His name is Austriel. He lives in Israel, and he's with the Village of Peace and
Mm,
doing great work over
mhm,
there.
mhm, mhm.
But I say all that to say, I even told him in the discussion one day, I was like, I understand the different ways in which information and societal norms have been passed down over time,
Yeah.
and I really challenge, especially not just specifically heterosexual individuals, humanity in general, because there are different like racism, stereotypes, different layers to all of the
Mhm,
complexities. And it's
mhm.
just like my main point is, yes, there is supposed to be a system.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, there are supposed to be filters to that system. However, what's in place currently is not the most evolved state.
No. No. Not at all. Not at all.
And as we stated before, it's developing,
Mhm.
but it's very slow.
It is very slow. Yeah.
So I wanted to get your perspective. What does that form of evolution look like? And not just in regards of your artistry in general, because that was my second question. I'm gonna follow up to it. But
Mhm.
just from the topic of seeing ways in which we can evolve continuously,
Yeah. Yeah.
what are you seeing from your lens?
Man. Um. Definitely a need for evolution, and I think what's really needed is the evolution of patience, and with self and with others, and
Damn, that's good.
patience and understanding.
Yeah.
And I speak that from a lens of being a member of several minority groups
Hmm.
in this country, and a lot of it just comes from misunderstanding and like low access to understand. So it's like
Hmm.
if we and it's patience on both sides, right? So
Ooh, that's
from
facts.
from the side of people who are a little bit more conservative in their thinking and the way they live, and not as welcoming to different cultures and identities, etc. If they had more patience to understand, we'd move forward. Like the limit does not exist, quite
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
But there's also a need for patience on the side of those who are ostracized, and that no, it is not our job to always educate, but I do think it helps to encourage their
That's
understanding
real.
in a space of like not complete judgment, because we there you know if we're talking specifically from a queer lens, like there's a lot of trauma in us trying having to defend ourselves and who we are.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I understand the fatigue in that regard. But if you want, man, I'm actually turning a finger to myself that I didn't realize I was about
That's real
to.
though.
I'm talking to myself on accident right now, but I'm gonna still say it. I'm gonna still say it. If you want someone to understand you, it's two things. Like they have to want to understand you, and then you have to let them. Like give them the
Mm,
opportunity to understand you. And I
yeah.
think because the side who has been ostracized and demonized for just living their lives is just so fatigued by all of the pain and the rejection and just all of the obstacles that have been put in front of you. It's like you don't even it's like you don't even want to give them a chance to get close to you. Because like I know what you did before,
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
real.
So but it's like if you continuously close the door, they're never gonna get in.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh, that's good.
and I didn't
That's good.
I promise you y'all, this is tea for me. Like I didn't even mean for it to go this way, but I
That's
needed to hear
real.
this. I needed to hear
That's
this. If
real.
you keep closing the door, they're never gonna get in. And it's like, do you really want them in or you just want to keep being mad that they're not there? So you gotta make a choice. So all of that to say, what
This
is
is
going to help
good.
our evolution?
This is good.
Patience. The evolution of patience for understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
That's what I
was
was trying to
good.
get. That was
That
trying to
was
get. Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah,
That was
yeah. Man, and I
good.
needed to hear that. That came out of
Dang.
spirit. Put that one in me. That was
Yeah.
yeah. That was a
I
word.
felt that one though, cause
That was a
like,
word.
cause I can even
You
dive
get it?
into
Yeah, you
that.
get it. You
Yeah,
get it. Get it.
but
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Dang. Okay, so now flipping it to your actual artistry,
Yeah.
because you've gained this experience in film,
Mm-hmm.
you've solidified this area where you can see a career in that flow state. And of course, that is going to definitely give you its own trials and tribulations to evolve to where you see yourself to be.
Yeah.
But with where you are now and understanding the vision that you're going after,
Mm-hmm.
what are some ways in which you're trying to evolve?
I think my evolution needs to come from a place of accepting all of the different facets of my artistry.
Oh, that's good.
Um, because as artists, it's very common to feel imposter syndrome
Mhm.
with a lot of things because it's like if I'm not really good or really expertise in this one thing, then I must not be qualified.
That's real. Speak
And
to it.
when you have, when your spirit is naturally called to, you know, practice several different artistries. For me, it was songwriting first,
Mhm.
singing, then it became acting. Then I kind of
Mhm.
like I picked up painting in like my leisure time, and then
Ooh, that's
logistically, yeah.
fun.
And it's really that's why I was really excited when they were talking about the bong thing. Like I
Uh-huh.
was, that's right up my alley. You- Coming soon.
Facts.
Um,
Facts for sure.
little Easter egg, little Easter egg. Um, and then getting into the logistical side of artistry with the first ADing, it's like
Mhm.
all of those different things of myself are valid. So it's like I it's okay to like pick one up and put one down. It's like you don't
Ooh,
have to be
yeah.
doing
That's
every
facts though.
single one
That's
all at
facts.
once because you're gonna be overwhelmed and
Yeah.
that's kind of impossible. And so then if
Mhm.
you're starting all of these projects but actually not finishing anything because it's like your head is your attention is in so many different places.
Mhm.
But I'm learning now that just because I put something down for a little while to focus on something else that is also for my benefit, it doesn't mean that I care any less about that thing that I put down. It's just I need a break from
Yeah.
this right now to focus on this, whether it's another artistic endeavor, whether it's mental health, whatever it is. Like it's
Mhm.
okay to put something down and pay attention to all the different facets of myself. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I need to evolve. I need to work on just letting what flow. I'm not trying to first AD where all of it needs to go. It's like you do
That's
here,
real.
here, you do that this time, and we're doing this here when the sun goes down at this. And it's like, no, just be an artist,
Yeah.
flow. You know what I'm saying? Let my flow state actually exist in other places. You know
Ooh,
what I'm saying? Yeah. yeah. Actually, let it flow.
Yo, that's crazy that you said that.
Mhm.
No, okay, okay.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
No bullshit. Like
Yeah.
I'm not finna like sit here and say some shit that's not true in my own experience.
Yeah.
That's literally what I was writing about in my mixed martial arts journal that I keep,
Yeah.
just to track like my progression points and my mentality and how I'm processing everything. But that was literally like a focal point for me right now in my time as well too, because there are so many areas at which I know for a fact I can grow, and not just because of what I'm doing currently, but because I know that I have passion towards it
Mhm.
regardless.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I respect the craft of it.
Mhm.
So I want to make sure that anything that I pick up has my own standards and ways of execution embedded into it.
Mhm.
And one thing that my coaches and all of the ones that are pouring into me, one thing they always say, bro, you just stop overthinking.
Mm,
Stop overthinking.
mm,
Like
mm, mm, mm.
the way you're digesting all this information, the average person is not considering that. So like if you're trying to talk to this person,
Mhm.
you're gonna lose them because how you're explaining it is already not simplified enough to
Okay.
where like they're catching it.
Yeah. Yeah. You feel like they're missing the point.
And not even just like missing the point, but also in a way where I have to be able to modify the point I'm trying to make
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
so that
That's
it can
valid.
be received from whoever needs to actually pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Now,
get
if you're not supposed to pick it up, you just never gonna pick it up.
you. And that's
Like,
real. Ain't
and
nothing you can do about that.
I can't. There's only so much I can do in the simplification
Mhm.
to explain what I'm trying to
Mhm.
explain.
Mhm.
Like,
And still
I'm
say what you're
already trying
saying.
to simplify.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
That's already a lot. Like, meet me somewhere.
you
If
know
it's
what
not
I'm saying?
halfway, please, please
Yo,
send a pin,
like,
please.
I'm trying to tell you. But
I
it's
get that.
crazy that you said that though, because that's the that's the affirmation that is pushing me through in trying to, step by step get through this evolution that I'm going through,
Mhm.
because it's okay to be in this flow state in various spaces, but you have to be able to connect with yourself in order to do it
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
find what patterns and what habits actually cement those habits and patterns so that it is natural to come to you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
we'll talk about it more for
Flow.
sure.
The flow is stating. The state of the flow. It's happening
Yeah.
right here, right now.
No
Yeah.
cap.
Absolutely.
So
Nice.
y'all already know we gonna keep talking, but I'm gonna pass it off to you. If
Man,
you have any questions for
yeah.
me, let me know.
Man. Yeah, we talked about it a lot, and I like that the theme of this is identity. That's
Mm,
a very like the true I that matters. Like when it's like no I in team, no,
mm.
this I matters. Like
Facts.
this I very much matters. So in that, in you accepting your identity where you are now,
Mm.
how has the community around you, like how would you speak to the community around you that has helped influence it?
Mm.
And what do those
Hmm.
people mean to you? What does that look like for
Dang, that's a great question.
you?
The reason why that's a great question is because people will always they're quick to say like, who inspires you?
Yeah.
Like, who do you research that that you want to model yourself or achieve? And honestly, like, I see people for their souls,
Okay. Yeah.
and I realized that at a very young age.
Mhm.
And apparently, that's very dangerous to have at a very young age.
That awareness.
Yeah,
I can see that. I can see that.
and that has made people uncomfortable because there's things that you don't have to explicitly state to me
Yeah.
that I already understand to be true.
Yeah.
And then I exude it in my actions, or I
Yeah.
say something that triggers the registration
Mhm.
that, oh shit,
Like you know game. Like you know
oh
what's up.
shit, she see that. She
Yeah.
see that. Oh dang. And then
Yeah.
I can see like the posture. It doesn't matter gender.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter experience. It doesn't matter corporate street, profession. It don't like I've literally been in many rooms that people on a surface level, if you know me and my family, you wouldn't think I've been in these spaces.
Mhm.
But it's crazy how many moments happen when there is nobody around you
Yeah.
and it's just another person.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And honestly and truthfully, it's again a duality point because there's the aspect of the community where they are bound by the ways in which this society has evolved
Mhm.
naturally over time.
Mhm.
And there's a
Yeah.
survival tactic
Yeah.
in regards to that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I have people that I know where, regardless, they'll do anything to make sure they good, and that can be a good and a bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah. If it bleeds into like selfishness or like, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
shoot,
Yeah.
we ain't even gonna get into it.
Yeah.
But I say that to say, in that duality, I've also recognized that I can see souls screaming at me, and I can feel the emotions of what they're feeling,
Mm.
even though on a surface level, consciously, they're still abiding by things that may not be directly supporting who they know themselves to be
Yeah.
internally.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily mean in regards to like gender identity. No, fuck that, bro. It's so much
Yeah.
deeper than that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Cause like people be fighting demons out here, like heterosexual or not, bro. Like it don't
Yeah.
fucking matter. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it,
It does
it
not.
does not fucking matter.
Demons don't
So
care.
it'll be like an awkward, like not ostracization, but
Hmm.
or being ostracized
Yeah.
because it is a form in a way
Yeah.
because there's a limit to how much they can take
Yes.
before they become too
Yes.
uncomfortable to where it's like, oh shit, I don't know what to do with this.
Hmm.
And I only feel like this because you're pulling it out of me. But when you're not here, I don't know what to do with all this energy.
Yeah.
So I gotta push you away because right now you the sole source
Right. 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 Right.
of this shit I'm scared of.
Mm.
So yes, I want you close and I want to be around you, but at the same time, like I can't acknowledge that I want to be around in this proximity. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then there's the other aspect to where confident in their identity. It doesn't matter who they are, even if they're still progressing in learning it for themselves too. It's the acknowledgement of, oh shit, you're doing something.
Mm.
Like your presence is causing this, and I
Hmm.
have no problem in telling you this. But that
Mm.
comes very few in between. So
Yeah.
when you ask me like how I receive the people around me and how I've been like influenced and how it has, contributed to my identity,
Yeah.
honestly and truthfully, at a very young age, I just learned that I have to be myself at the end of the day.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And and it's not correlated to, and I hate when people do like ignorant shit come out like this where people be like, oh, or they be talking about other people and not even just me, because it's very, very interesting how conversations happen directly in front of me versus when I'm not there.
Of course. Yeah. I can
Anyway.
imagine. Yeah. Explaining how your energy just triggers people just naturally. I can only imagine the flip flop, the night
Man,
and day of it all.
bro, what?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I say that to say it'll be this energy that I'm understanding, and at the end of the day I'll see, okay, I'm not going after trying to be no man. I'm not going after trying to be overly feminine to what you understand femininity to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just attracting to the shit that I know
Hmm.
makes me feel and look good, and that
Absolutely.
I can recognize myself to where I may be internally always pushing myself in uncomfortable spaces and in uncomfortability so that I can experience that vulnerability and then push it towards where I need to be in my purpose.
Yeah.
But even in that regard, I also want to be comfortable in what I'm wearing,
Yeah.
in my
Nice.
skin in
Yeah.
general. And that's what
Absolutely.
I go after
Yeah.
because I've seen souls that I can register you're not happy, bro.
Yeah. It's on.
And I refuse.
Yeah.
If anything, that's what I pick up from people. Like I pick up that genuine spirit, and it's like, bro, I see it for what it is.
Yeah.
And then I take the lessons that you're actively experiencing, that you actively have to choose to learn from.
Hmm.
And I'm
Hmm.
choosing to learn from them right now
Yeah.
with or without having to go through the experience myself. Like I see
Yeah.
it and I refuse to
Wow.
like not move with that wisdom because I'm already able to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
So how dare I just like bypass it
Yeah,
and be like,
yeah.
"Oh, well, it didn't happen to me."
Yeah, no, that's like empathy times 10 to like because you know because empathy is like when I think of it, it's about the experience.
Mm,
But I never thought about the lesson that's attached to that person's experience. Like I don't
oh, yeah.
because I consider myself an empathetic person, but I never consider their lesson. So that's yeah, you taking that to like that's a whole nother level, dude. Like
Thank you.
that's yeah, but that makes sense though because you're saying that you know you just naturally pick up on different energies just being in proximity.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So
Like,
yeah.
I'm one of them niggas that, like, I can be around somebody and internally, like, I know I'm fine.
Hmm.
But externally, I can feel my eyes watering. I'm like, who the fuck is sad right now, bro? Like, what the fuck?
Oh, you're sensitive to the energy and where you can like pick it up.
Yeah, like that's why I wear a scarf on my head. Cause
Got
like
it.
it be too much sometimes. Like, especially when I'm in places where I don't know people and it's like
Yeah.
super crowded. And especially, bro,
Yeah.
man, I will always say this shit, but like people really be bringing them demons to the club,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh God.
Like,
Yeah. It's crazy. Especially, well, I guess in every club, but Atlanta, I just feel like these demons different. These demons
bro,
different. They
bro.
YN demons. I
Man,
don't.
like no cap. And it's
Yeah.
like I used to be around people that thrive off of like being in that scene and being around that
Hmm.
type of
Hmm.
energy. And it's
Yeah.
like I can be there for you
Yeah. Yeah.
as an individual, but like to set my senses around that consistently, it
Yeah.
just never works out for me.
Yeah. It's not sustainable. Like you can't last long.
Fuck no. And even if I can,
Rightfully
like I
so,
be
though.
getting bored.
Yeah,
Like,
but rightfully so because it's not where you. It's not the energy that aligns with you anyway. So it makes sense where
yeah.
you would get some fatigue on that. Okay, yeah, yeah, no, that makes sense. So you're very it make so you're selective about. I mean, as you should be, but like
Mhm.
very selective about the company you keep with the energy, with the spaces that you enter,
Oh yeah.
and how prepared you are to enter those spaces. You
Uh,
know, given your headscarf and everything. So that's very
yeah.
intentional.
Oh yeah, for
Very
sure.
intentional.
And I appreciate you for
Yeah,
recognizing that because like
yeah.
nah, at my worst, I would be a completely different person than I was, and I experienced that, and I didn't like what I saw. So
Back to that awareness
you feel me?
and accountability. You
Yeah,
use that a lot as well. So
hell
yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, you want another question?
Oh, give it to me.
Okay, okay.
It's your time,
All right. Identity. Um,
or
do
anything.
do you think there is a difference between like? Do you think there's like you have different facets of a purpose, or do you think you have, or is there just one purpose
Mm,
for you?
that's wild that you asked that
Yeah.
because I've been meditating on that for the past week now. I
Yeah.
mean, it's been a constant prayer of mine, but like
Okay.
as far as like having to fully embody it,
Hmm.
that's something that I haven't had the ability to do because of so many spaces I've been in.
Your purpose, you mean?
Not necessarily my purpose, but how I'm trying to understand the
Oh, okay.
facets
Okay.
of that
Okay.
purpose.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because what I'm understanding to be true is that yes, there is this main purpose of my being. However, that main purpose does show up in different facets. Like you were saying earlier with your artistry, you
Hmm.
songwriting,
Hmm.
shoot, acting,
Hmm.
going you should be in fashion more than you are now.
Yeah,
I'ma
we
just
gonna
say
work on that.
that
We gonna
right
work on it.
there
We gonna work on it.
because the sauce is there.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
Heard. Thank you.
you
Thank
feel
you.
me? But
Peace.
you also
Peace.
got the film stuff too.
Yeah.
And not even just because again, I love ADing because that's where my natural skill sets are, but because of the community I've been around, I also understand too that directing, the only difference between the two is the fact that the director gets to shut their logistics brain
Oh
off.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Got it.
The
I meant to ask you
80
that
don't
earlier.
like,
Okay.
bruh.
Yeah.
We're
Oh
constantly
yeah.
we're here with it.
Yeah.
So to actually be able to shut off and fully immerse yourself creatively, like
Yeah.
that's its own facet in itself.
Hmm.
So I am understanding that there are different ways in which this purpose is meant to show up in different rooms and
Mm.
different spaces.
I
But
like
now I'm
that.
trying to because honestly, what it's been like a reverse understanding for me.
Okay.
where the stuff happens presently,
Yeah.
and then after it happens presently, then I sit back and I look back at all the details of everything, and
Okay.
I say, "Oh shit, well, I know that this is my intention,
Yeah.
and this is how it showed up in this space,
Okay.
and this is how this intention showed up in that space." So now I'm taking all these collective experiences to
Yeah.
where it's like, where's the commonality?
Mm-hmm.
What's stringing them together? What's something that I can identify a pattern in? And in my present day now, I'm trying to identify those areas and highlights to understand that overarching aspect because I know it's there.
Mm-hmm.
I keep waking up every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's out of my control.
Yeah.
And I'm still here. So that means I'm here to do something that either I needed to pick up where I left off the next day, or there's something that's going to happen today
Yeah.
that was meant to be.
Yeah.
And I need to
Brand
be
new.
ready to
Yeah.
receive it in whatever capacity.
Mm-hmm. Mm. I like that. So from hearing it correctly, it's like your purpose can manifest itself in different ways. Like it
Hmm.
can be a singular purpose, like at its core, but it shows up in
Yeah, for
different
sure.
ways. Okay, I like that. I like that. I can
Yeah.
get jiggy with that. I can get jiggy
I
with that.
appreciate
I can
that.
get jiggy
Yeah.
with that. Shit. Do I have another question? Um, what's your favorite color?
Baby blue.
Baby blue.
Hell
Okay, for
yeah.
sure. That's very specific.
Hell yeah.
Like, okay, when I think baby blue, I think like the when they go like, oh, is it a boy or is it a girl? Like
Hmm.
gender reveal. I think that blue. Is it that blue?
It's a little bit lighter than that blue.
Okay, all right, for sure. A little bit more powdery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Okay.
a little bit cuz honestly like the color is synonymous to the ocean for me, and
Ah,
we know the ocean is various deeps of blue and green, to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
But
Gradient for sure.
I just think of like my mind before the different pebbles of like emotions and like situations happen. And before that happens,
Yeah.
the water's calm.
Yeah.
Like it's just there.
Ooh, you
So
cooking.
like
You cooking.
it's just that clearness that I gravitate towards, and then I start evaluating, oh shit, well, what's disrupting this? Or shit, what made the water
Yeah,
turn to a
yeah.
darker blue? Or
Yeah.
goddamn, we a little dirty over here. They been looking about black, or you gotta clean that whole, like, you know what I'm
Oh no,
saying?
that's a beautiful analogy, gang. That is
Oh, appreciate
beautiful.
you. I've never said that out loud.
No, hey, we got this whole tape. You hear me?
For sure,
No,
he told.
that was beautiful. Like
Yeah.
you want to keep like at the core like the foundation, like how it began before all the other stuff got in there, and you
Hmm.
created this gradient of your like current blue. I
Yeah.
guess like the blue of your like your current like life or where you are right now, but like your
Yeah.
favorite blue is like where it started.
Yeah.
That's hard,
For
dude.
sure.
That's
Thank
hard,
you.
dude. Dang, I was gonna say mine, but I don't have no elaborate backstory to that.
What? Hell
Mine,
no, say your
well,
color, man.
it's orange, but I've
No, I fuck
never.
with that.
I think I might need to go back and do a little,
Yeah.
just because I've never really gave it like a specific shade. I always just say orange, but like
Yeah.
there are different shades of orange. So
Oh
maybe
yeah.
I should go look around into that and see if one speaks to me. Thank you,
Yeah, for
thank you for that.
sure.
Hell
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Like
yeah, hell
you
yeah,
pulled that out of me because like
yeah.
I've always understood it for myself, but like there's a lot of shit that I've understood for myself to where I just haven't felt as if I needed to exert the energy to explain it because
Mhm.
of that conversation of like
Yeah.
there's a limit to
To what
what
people can understand
you
or
know what I'm
comprehend.
saying?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you just presented that time, space, and opportunity to convey that aspect of
Yeah.
that. So I appreciate you
Shout
because
out Blue.
that's
Shout out Baby
crazy,
Blue.
yo.
Shout out
Not
Baby Blue.
you feel
Nice.
me?
Man, this is great. This has been great. This has been
Thank
very
you.
great.
Any more questions for me?
Shoot. Like we gonna be here talking all day.
That's real. I
I know we
feel
gotta
it.
wrap it up.
Yeah, we do gotta go.
But I think no, I think we got into a really good conversation of identity in a lot of different ways from our different lenses. And with this just being like the very beginnings of us like knowing each other, I do really think I got a nice idea of just like the type of person that you are just from this conversation
Thank
alone.
you.
And I hope it's reciprocated because
Yeah,
I
for
think we got into
sure.
some really deep, no pun intended, some deep stuff. some
That
deep
is
stuff. So
real.
yeah, I think I'm good. Feeling
Hey,
good. Feeling good.
well, as y'all already know, the people that y'all see on this platform in this show, you're more than likely going to see them again. Like, probably inevitably.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, there's more to be said. There is another conversation that will happen down the line whenever time aligns. But as y'all know, we know you gotta go. And as we just stated, we got to too.
We gotta go.
So it's been smooth. I'm gonna pass the mic over again to Lamont so that they can introduce themselves, let you know where to find them and where to tap into.
Absolutely. So again, thank you so much for having me. This conversation has been amazing. Again, my name is Lamont Rue, pronounced he, him. You can follow me on TikTok, Instagram at Lamont Roux. I am in the stages of putting out more of my work. Like I said, I'm working through a period of doubt. So my goal is to be on the other side of that very soon. So there'll be a lot more to engage with when you go check out my socials. But you can follow to stay tuned.
Hey,
Yeah,
you know it's more coming
it's
soon.
more coming
So
soon. It's on the
we'll
way.
see y'all.
Absolutely.
Peace. What's going on, everybody? It's your host, Dylan to Connect, and I'm here to give you an updated PSA about the technical difficulties that we often experience on this show. Well, we already know that some of the topics and conversations that we have are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to controversial. So there are times where the quality or the content is not fully captured in the way that it was intended. But I always know that what will need to be shown and what is meant to be shown will always be, regardless of whatever obstacles are thrown. So please stay tuned for more. I know you're going to see some of these interviewees again. So just know that there will be remastered versions and the journey continues. Peace.